Tahniah. Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, teachers and all the wonderful students. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. How are you doing today? I hope all of you are ready for today's lesson. Okay, before we proceed, let's begin our session with Kitab Al-Fatihah. For the non-Muslim, you can pray according to your religion. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, let me introduce myself to those who don't know me. I'm Madam Aisha Blue and today I'm the moderator of the day plus, okay, the control host. Okay, tamak sikit today, okay. So I will make sure, okay, the smoothness of our lesson today. Okay, we teachers of Academy YouTuber can help you to prepare for your STPM, or you want to improve your English, you can join us. Okay. Our Muet and English Matriculation class will be on Tuesday at 5 p.m. So please set reminder and fill in the timetable that you can get from Idiomatic Malaysia Telegram group. Okay, all right. Let me introduce our teacher for today's lesson. We have Teacher Cheah in the house. We are now live from Teacher Cheah's channel, and do support her channel as she has lots of Muet videos in it. And okay, so before we begin, I have a few reminders to all of you. Please, okay, first, please pay attention to our lesson. Stop chatting and use the chat session wisely. Number 2, regarding the certificate link, the link will be given at the end of our lesson. So make sure to follow the class until the end. And the link will only be active, okay, within 30 minutes. Please and please and please to fill up the forms correctly and within the time limit, okay. Okay, we will invite you to be on stage, but make sure you are ready to on your camera and microphone and mute your YouTube while you are up on the stage. Okay, without further ado, let's welcome Teacher Cheah. Okay, Teacher Cheah, you can start your lesson now.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator, control host, Madam Aisha Blue. Together with me today, I'm Madam Cheah, a retiree. Okay, so welcome to the online class. So I'm going to, no need to talk a lot about myself. Only the thing is just share with you some tips how to score your listening, Muet listening well. Okay, and for all those supporters and Muet test takers, welcome. And I can see some of the familiar faces here. Thank you very much. And all those new students or Muet test takers, welcome to this session. Okay, we are very glad to have you here. Okay, and I think you would like to wish all of us Happy Teachers Day because yesterday was the Teachers Day, and teachers' profession is a noble job, and then with teachers, then only we can guide and produce more students, regardless to which students or mediocre or excellent students. All those are from the efforts of teachers, students, you yourself, and the support from your parents, right? Actually, we cannot do things by ourselves. We need all parties to work together to make this education, to mold these students to be a better person. All right, without wasting any more time, because usually listening taking up quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start. Okay, just share with you some tips and tricks on these listening components. Yeah. Okay, here you are. Formerly from Matriculation Negeri Sembilan. Okay. All right. So together with the Muet and English Matriculation English team, we have okay. Besides Madam Aisa and me, we have Madam Vina, Teacher Yenny, Cikgu Hana, and we also have Madam Adeline. So next. So here, the learning outcomes. Yeah. So I would like you to identify the instructions given. When you understand the instructions, therefore, it will help you to get the requirement of the text. All right. Next is to identify the correct phrase or key phrase from the questions. Okay. When you were given 15 seconds or 30 seconds or 60 seconds to go through the questions, you have to quickly go through the questions without, being there and lazy around and so on. Use the time wisely and identify the key phrase and as well as the options given. All right, so once you have listened to the recording, you can identify the correct answer based on the distractors given. And after second time of listening, then you already can decide the correct answer. And then moving on, quickly blacken the OMR paper because you don't have much time. Yeah, just to on the spot, what is the answer? Just blacken on the OMR paper. So you have to check on the instructions here, all right? And then key phrase, correct answer, and go through all the answers given. Once you have done all, okay, make use of the 50 minutes given wisely. All right, so the exam requirement, as I said, 50 minutes, but you have to answer 30 questions. Part 1, you have a dialogue. That means you have 2 persons talking, and then monologue is maybe it's a speech or talk, yeah. And then monologue for 3 speakers. You have 3 multiple matching questions. Okay, altogether you have 5 options. You just choose, and then there will extra 2. And then part 4, you have a dialogue. You have 7 questions. Part 5, you have 3 short dialogues and 6 MCQ questions. So, all right, let me bring you. Okay, here. So when you are listening to somebody completely attentively, then you are listening not only for the words, but also to the feeling of what is being conveyed, to the whole of it, not part of it. So when you listen to the recording, you have to listen towards the end, then only you decide the answer. Sometimes the answer is right at the end. Do not jump into conclusions by deciding the answer without finish listening to all those conversation. So we are testing your linguistic knowledge, phonological knowledge, okay, syntactic knowledge, and lexical knowledge. Sentence level, words level, phonological is the pronunciations of the words. So pragmatic aspect of language use. Okay, you have to know the functional of language use, knowledge of discourse, cohesions and coherence, and text types. Yeah, whether it is a talk or an argument or debate and so on. All right, so you have to also know about social linguistic, the knowledge of social cultural rules, language use, using and responding to the language appropriately. Okay, social cultural actually based on the background where this thing happened. Either it happens in school, at a shopping center, okay, who are the people that involved in the dialogues. Yeah. Next, okay, connective processing. You have to listen. You have to understand the word, lexical, syntactic parsing, the sentence structure, meaning, and discourse constructions. Discourse constructions is will lead you to find the answer, especially if there are so many information put in. So you have so many supporting details and you have to identify which is related to the main ideas mentioned. Especially this part, especially you will encounter it in part 5 or when you listen to part 3, whereby you will listen to 3 speakers, they were talking about a team, but the message come across is sometimes is quite tricky. All right, so okay, before I talk about the test focus skills, so I would like to read the maybe I saw the first digit.
Okay, I will give the 3 digit. Okay, A25. Okay, A2 and also 5. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, pay attention. Yeah, A25, the first secret code. A25, there are 3 digits. So let me bring you to the part 1 and 2. Okay, the skills tested. Yeah, understand simple phrases and expressions. Number 2, identifying general and specific information. Okay, number 3, understand main ideas made in a clear standard speech on familiar methods. Familiar methods are methods that around you, whether it happens you're talking to your friends, your classmates, yeah, and the topics or the conversation usually is quite familiar, and the Muet band usually engage at A2 and B1, which is quite easy. And then as you move on to some of the questions in part 2, 3, 4, and 5, you will listen to main ideas, linguistically complex speech. Complex speech means there will be like the sentence, there will be like more phrases, and then you can see the complexity of the sentences, the discourse used, the linkers used. Yeah, so you have to listen properly. Okay, understand familiar and unfamiliar topics. Familiar topics that happens around you, unfamiliar topics that we're talking about ICT, economy, commerce, science, all those topics that which are unfamiliar to you, but yet you can answer it well. Only you have to detect based on the questions, the key phrase, and then the options, and then you listen. First time you listen, second time you decide the answer. Okay, following a standard speech and complex lines of argument on reasonably familiar topics. Okay, so there will people talk and argue, so you have to identify it. The last part 5. Part 5 is very challenging, okay, but do not get too scared about it, because the more practice you do, the better you will be. Following a standard speech on abstract, complex topics outside field of study, and confirming occasional details. Following less structures imply message in a standard speech. Understanding idiomatic expressions, colloquialism, and variations of language use. So about idiomatic expressions, I advise you to read, familiar yourself with idiomatic expressions, colloquialism. Here, it'll be some slang, that you need to familiar with, especially when they read the contractions or the sound, and the language use. Okay, so let's start with part 1. Okay, so let me So here, I would like you to take a look. Okay, the instructions say it is a conversation between Lily and her friend Shafiq. Okay, so you listen. So you are given 30 seconds to look at 7 questions. All right. So here during semester break, Shafiq, what Shafiq do? Yeah. During her free time, Lily likes Lily's free time. Rimba hijau begin. Yeah. So let me bring you to oh my God. Okay, I don't think I can go through because the answer is immediately after that, which is not fair. Okay, Shafiq knew about Rimba hijau from, okay, you have to look at Shafiq. Shafiq knew about it from home. What did Shafiq like the most about the fruits at the farm? Okay, like the most, yeah, the keyword. How did they spend their evening? Okay, evening, how do they spend their evening? Okay, let me bring you to the recording here.
Part 1.
You listen and try
Listen
to
to a
answer.
conversation between Lily and her friend Shafiq. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 1 to 7. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Hi, Shafiq. It is good to see you. How was your semester break?
It's nice to see you too, Lily. I had a good time catching up with my cousins. I had not seen them since college started. We used to go camping every school holiday, but since we started college, I spend more time with my college friends. So we decided to go camping like the good old days.
Good thing you spent some quality time with your cousins because once you start working, it will be more difficult. Where did you all go?
We went to a new green spot called Rimba Hijau. Have you been on a camping trip?
No way! My brother has gone camping before and he came back with his clothes soaked in mud. I had to help him wash away all the mud. He even had mud in his hair. So, whenever I'm free, you would most probably find me at a shopping mall with my dearest best friend Ruby, or sometimes having coffee in a cafe.
But Lily, Rimba Hijau is special.
Really? I have never heard about the place. Tell me more.
It's not very well known, but I think it's kept that way to protect its natural beauty. Rimba Hijau is actually a 30-acre fruit farm near a small hill. The owners are no longer in the fruit business. They have turned parts of the fruit farm into a camping site.
Okay, now I would like all of you to indicate, to write the answers on the chat box. Okay, write the answer on the chat box and then we will review the answer to all of you.
Okay, please write the answer. Okay, please write the answer in the chat box for part 1. Part 1, please, please, please.
Come on. Any response?
No so far.
Okay.
None.
If no so far, none. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Leong,
Leong.
ABC.
Okay.
Leong
Good. ABC.
ABC.
Okay.
Low ABC also.
Okay. Good.
Chayeng
ABC.
ABC.
Right. So most probably I already showed the answer, but never mind. Let us move on to the next questions. Yeah, thank
Eunice
you for
Warren also
responding.
ABC.
Thank you for responding because you can hear from the recording, I mean the session saying that when camping, right? Like I decided to go camping and like the old days, so here indicate the answer A. Whereas for Lily, she said she prefer to go shopping, right? And then remember he just started from fruit farm. Okay, now move on.
Okay, before that,
You,
the next digit.
mm,
Okay, the
yeah.
next digit is number 5. Okay, number 5. The next digit is number 5. Okay, continue, Madam Cheah.
Okay, sure.
Part 1.
So I try
Listen.
to.
Have you been on a camping trip?
No way.
Farm near a small hill. The owners are no longer in the fruit business. They have turned parts of the fruit farm into a camping site. Before turning some parts of the fruit farm into a camping site, the owners had a plan to turn the place into a holiday resort, but it was too expensive to build. There is also a small stream that flows from the hill across the farm. This makes it special.
How did you find such an interesting place? I've never heard of it.
Well, it is not advertised because the owners do not want a large crowd to spoil the place. But many people shared their photos on Facebook. That is how it became popular among campers. That's how my cousin Jeffrey got to know about it. He went there last year with his friends, and they really had a good time. He said, I won't regret it, and gave me the phone number.
What did you do there?
We arrived in the morning and put up our tents. After lunch, we spent the whole afternoon checking out the farm. It was like a mini jungle with fruit trees only. They had an amazing variety like mangoes, mangosteens, rambutans, and star fruits. They even had 10 varieties of mangoes. Sadly, durian was not in season. The best part is, we could eat the fruits for free while picking them. We also brought back lots of mangoes to our tents, and they were cheap too.
That sounds very healthy. What did you do for dinner?
Well, we collected some sticks to start a small fire near our tents. We brought some boiled eggs and fried rice from home, so we heated them up over the fire. We still had mangoes from the farm in case anyone was still hungry. I made a kettle full of hot chocolate drink. Later, we simply sat around the fire and shared our college stories and childhood experiences. All these with our favorite songs played on our smartphones.
Sounds like quality time with your loved ones. I think my brother would love it.
You will love it too, Lily. The fruit farm is right at the foot of a small hill where your brother can go hiking. There is a small stream that runs through the fruit farm where you can see small fish if you keep still. The camping site is quite close to the stream, so you can hear the water flowing. It is magical.
Sounds better than the mall. Can I have the phone number, Shafiq?
Sure.
Okay, so let us let you.
Okay, the first person to answer, Lee Simon. CAA. CAA.
CAA.
Number
Number
4
4
C.
is C.
Yes, CAA.
CAA. Why is it not number 4 is B, right? His cousin. So his cousin get the information from the Facebook is B A A.
Okay, Eunice Warren.
A
Eunice Warren, BAC.
BAC. No, no. Okay, number 6 is they chat. They talk about old days. Yeah.
So
Okay.
BAA.
BAA. Okay.
So
it is not
nobody.
Shafiq himself discovered it from the Facebook, but his cousin discovered it from the Facebook. So his cousin shared with Shafiq. Okay, so he got the news from his cousin. So, all right. So, for this, I will let you see. Listen. Okay, you are supposed to locate the camping site. Okay, mark like this, yeah. So I will bring you there and then see. Okay, so the camping site, whether it is on the left, whether here you have two on the left side, and then this is in the middle. Okay, sometimes common sense will tell you. Okay,
Part 1.
I will bring you to,
My cousin Jack
okay, so you listen to it. So I bring you, okay.
and childhood experiences. All these with our favorite songs played on our smartphones.
Sounds like quality time with your loved ones. I think my brother would love it.
You will love it too, Lily. The fruit farm is right at the foot of a small hill where you keep still. The camping site is quite close to the stream, so you can hear the water flowing. It is magical.
Sounds better than the mall. Can I have the phone number, Shafiq?
Sure.
All right, so for question number 7, where is the location of the camping site? Because you can hear the stream, the river flow, yeah? Which one is the answer? Anyone? You're bound to have one question with the locations of the place. Anyone?
Nobody so far. Okay, Eunice Warren B.
Sense can tell you that. Okay, if nobody means, let me review. Thank you for participating.
Eunice Warren B.
All right, common sense.
Eunice Warren B.
Yeah, correct. Okay, correct. Let's move on. Now is 7:20, 5:27.
You want
Okay,
me to do the advertisement now?
Okay, better. Then we resume.
Okay. Yeah.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata ganjaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Yeah, we are going to continue. Okay. Okay, so part 2 is a monologue. Okay, so you listen to a talk by Madam Siti, a career guidance teacher. They're talking about students working part-time. Okay, so student working part-time, you have here you have 4 questions. Okay, Madam Siti's son works as a, works in a, so asking for location. Parents should encourage their children to encourage, yeah? What happens when students miss extracurricular activities due to work? Okay. What do some irresponsible employers do to students who work part-time? Okay, if you are looking at the irresponsible employers, what are the actions, what are the things that they do to the students who are working part-time. So now let me play the recording. All right, please listen attentively, yeah?
Part 2. Listen to a talk by Madam Siti, a career guidance teacher, talking about students working part time. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 8 to 14. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions.
Not only looking at the questions, but also read the options given. Quickly go through, read the options given.
Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Good morning, students. As part of our career day, I would like to talk to you about working while studying. I did not work when I was in university, but my son does. He's working in a supermarket. Every day he unpacks stuff and puts them on the shelves. He only works during his semester breaks. Many of his friends are working in fast food restaurants. They started doing this when they were in secondary school. When you work part-time, you earn some money. If you work a full day, you may earn 40 to 70 ringgit. For some, this is the first time they have so much money. Many students use their money to buy expensive things like the value of students or the money they earn. Perhaps parents should remind them to save part of their money. Saving money is a skill that can help them throughout their lives. Students, there are good and bad things about working part-time. You may not notice it. Working part-time takes you away from schoolwork and extracurricular activities. I know many university students who work part-time miss their lectures. As a result, they get poor grades. They also miss their extracurricular activities. These activities may appear all fun and games, but they offer important life lessons and experiences. From teenage years to the early 20s, young people to know themselves. When they don't take part in extracurricular activities, they miss the opportunities to understand themselves better. If you work part-time, you should know your rights as an employee. This is because some employers may take advantage of you if you do not know your rights. For example, during weekends, your employers may ask you to work longer hours, more than what is allowed. Not only that, some employers do not pay students enough according to the accepted rate. So you need to know the minimum wage. You should also know the work you're expected to do before accepting the job. Now, let me talk about the benefits of working part-time.
Okay, so I will resume after this. Okay, so now at this juncture, can you write the answer on the chat box? Okay, the locations where does this Madam City Sons work? Okay, and then parents encourage their children to. Okay, did mention that they should. Okay, number 10, it is about and they need to find their own this thing, the real self. Number 11, okay, what are the things that they encounter, what they should know, especially about the wages. Yeah, Okay, so I would like you to type on the chat box. Okay, let me read, let me disclose the answer. Help me to check. BBCA. Anyone got it correct for this part?
BBCA. No. None.
No. Okay. So here will be 12, 13, 14, yeah? 12, 13, 14. Okay.
Part 2. Can help them through. As a part-time worker, you work in a casual work environment. Use this chance to develop your communication skills. In the process, you may make mistakes, but learn from them. This is because communication is the key to good work relationships. For example, when you get so many orders during busy hours, you need to stay cool and know the right things to say to customers and co-workers. A good boss can make part-time job work well for a student. He may be able to help if you take the first step to communicate with him. Tell him that you need some time off to study, or sometimes request from your boss to exchange working hours with your co-workers to prepare for your exams. In this way, you show your boss that you are a responsible person. Now you will listen.
So I just know where I stop.
As a part-time worker, you work in a casual work environment. Use this chance to develop your communication skills. In the process, you may make mistakes, but learn from them. This is because communication is the key to good work relationships. For example, when you get so many orders during busy hours, you need to stay cool and know the right things to say to customers and co-workers. A good boss can make part-time job work well for a student. He may be able to help if you take the first step to communicate with him. Tell him that you need some time off to study, or sometimes request from your boss to exchange working hours with your co-workers to prepare for your exams. In this way, you show your boss that you are a responsible person.
Okay, so for questions 12, employers are looking for young people who are willing to. Which one is more appropriate? This one quite using common sense, yeah? Number 12. And then for 13, which communication skill will students learn from working part-time? So here they are given different situations. So which one is more appropriate? A, B, and C. Which one is comprises all those benefits of communication skill? For 13. For 14, you have to look at how the students talk to their bosses. Okay, 12, 13, 14. Anyone? Madam Aisa, anyone give any response?
No.
Okay, let me check. C,
Okay,
B,
Simon.
C, B, A. Okay,
Simon.
C.
CBA 12, 13, 14. CBA
For 14 should be C.
This one, Cheah Yao. CBCC.
CBC. The answer is CBC. Just now we have one student got it correct, right? CBC. Yeah, CBC.
No. This time, no.
No. Okay. Just now there was one, right?
Yes, son.
The other one. Just now, 8 to 11. There was one
Yeah,
student
that
got
one,
it correct.
who's that just now? Uniswaran, I think.
Uniswaran. Okay, I jot it down. All right, so here, let me show you. Okay, now it's 5:41. Okay, there are three friends. They were talking about what they do, what they do on weekend. All right, so you have to listen. You're looking at the activities during weekends. Visiting relatives, working part-time, joining competitions, going out with friends, or playing computer games. So you have to listen to Nina, Alif, and Sonia. Okay. All right, pay attention.
Part 3. Listen to three friends, Nina, Alif, and Sonia, talking about what they do on weekends. For questions 15 to 17, choose from the list A to E, the main activity each speaker does. Use the letters only once. There are 2 extra options which you do not need to use. You now have 15 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet. Speaker 1, Nina.
I personally like to go out and enjoy the company of my friends, but I also like to sit at home and play games on my computer or phone. Of course, that is after some burgers and fries, which I get through food delivery. I would much rather go hang out with my friends. No, wait, I would rather sit at home by myself and face the computer screen. I mean, I want to meet new people, but it's too much work to get into conversations with them. It's usually a lazy weekend for me. If I'm not playing games, then I'm sleeping. On some Sundays, I visit my grandparents and stay there for dinner. Then I come home and have a good rest before going for lectures again on Monday morning.
Speaker 2, Alif.
I try to wake up early on Saturdays, even though I may spend all day watching TV. I may go into town to check out if there's any new games or interesting software, or go to a promotional booth of some companies to play with laptops. If I don't go into town, then it's just watching TV and playing some old games. Starting this year, I've been really busy with the karate club. There seems to be some camps or competitions every weekend, and yesterday was the belt rank test. So it's keeping my weekends pretty occupied. Yesterday, I hung around with my friend till 4 a.m., helping him and his group rehearse for a play, which is quite fun as I don't do this kind of stuff that often.
Speaker 3, Sonia.
My weekends are always uneventful and unmemorable. It's always filled with completing work which should have been done during the week. Sometimes, when I have ideas, I work on chapters to a book I'm writing. I want to put it up online soon. My Saturday afternoons and sometimes Sundays are more productive as I work part-time washing dishes at a restaurant to earn some pocket money. Other than that, I catch up on lost sleep. Yes, it may not sound as interesting as hanging out with friends at the mall or going for karaoke, but sleeping gives me such satisfaction. Then it's back to normal routine on Monday.
Okay, so actually the first one, Nina, she has been like telling a lot of activities that she have been doing. So, but you have to go back to the things that she emphasized. Okay, what she does, and then go back to what she really does during weekend. Okay, likewise, Alif also. Okay, Alif mentions so many things, and then you go back to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. What does he do the most? And then so Sonia also. Okay, Sonia too. You have to focus because the things that the activities that they do during weekdays also mentioned sometimes. Okay, so this is the part whereby there are other informations, mentioned. Okay, your focus is activities during weekends. Weekends mean things that she or he does on Saturday and Sunday. So I would like you to review the answer. Please type at the chat box.
Okay, many have given the answer.
Okay.
So, what is the answer?
Okay. All right. Let me share with you.
E, C, B.
B. Because
Okay, Cheah Yao. Cheah Yao.
Cheah Yao.
Yeah, Cheah Yao got correct. Cheah Yao.
Okay. All right. So it's back to computer games. Yeah, she does this and that, but back to computer games. For this one is joining competitions. Yeah, karate competitions. Next will be working part time during weekends. Yeah. All right. So part 4. So part 4. Listen to a radio interview between the host and the plant expert named Henry. They were talking about indoor gardening. Yeah, indoor gardening. Okay, please listen.
Part 4. Listen to a radio interview between the host and a plant expert named Henry talking about indoor gardening. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 18 to 24. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Thank you for joining us today on the show, Henry. How did you become an expert on indoor plants?
Thank you for inviting me. After I graduated in horticulture, I enjoyed my time on the road, meeting and advising people about their gardens. I badly injured my leg once and had to be at home for a few months. So I thought, why not bring the garden into the home? Then I started a YouTube channel, which quickly had a huge following. And that's why I'm here with you today.
Well done, Henry. I'm sure many listeners are interested to grow indoor plants, but they don't know where to start. Can you share some tips?
Definitely. If you want indoor plants, make sure they are suitable for indoors first when you visit a nursery. Then, check out the prices that is within your budget. You can also find them in supermarkets, but the choices are limited and the price is more expensive. You must also check that the plants have healthy leaves and flowers.
I see. I only know how to buy plants, but soon enough they wither and die. How can you tell an indoor plant from an outdoor one?
Indoor plants are also known as house plants. Generally, indoor plants prefer moderate temperature and they may not survive direct heat. The leaves may turn yellow or dull, but this is not a cause of concern. When the soil looks dry, you know the plants need watering.
Henry, I love cactus, but the last time I got one, it died just after a few weeks. I watered it every day.
Cactus is one of the easiest plants to care for. It is usually found in extremely hot places like the sandy desert, but it can easily adapt to our humid weather. I'm not surprised your cactus died. You probably watered it too much. If you are keeping one as an indoor plant, just make sure that there is continuous light so it's perfect on the windowsill in your kitchen.
All right. So, what is the answer? Okay. How did he started with indoor plants? What happened to him, making him choose this career? All right. For question 19, what do you need to consider? It mentioned like suitable plants. Okay. Number 20. So basically, this plant needs what kind of characteristic? 21. So, okay, the radio DJ mentioned that she waters the plant, and what was advised? What was the advice given by Henry? So, I would like you to type the answer in the chat box, please. Thank you.
Kelly Simon.
Mhm.
BACB. BACB.
Okay.
Uniswaran CABB. CABB.
CABB.
BB.
Salah. Just now, Simon.
BACB. BACB.
BA.
CB.
Wrong. After he met in, because he injured his leg, right? So he started with the indoor plants. Okay, indoor plants. Okay, so salah. Okay, 19 is B, the type. Which one is suitable? 20 is mild weather. Is a moderate temperature. 21, it should be survive in humid. Humid mean hot weather. Humid. Yeah. All right.
So nobody.
Okay, let me. Nobody but you, Aisha.
Part 4.
Okay. I try and drag. I don't know.
I
Alamak.
believe it's a two-way relationship with plants, whether it's indoor or outdoor gardening. You water and nurture them. In return, they nurture your soul. For
Okay,
the
too
elderly
fast
who are retired,
already. Okay, let me try here.
just make a small hole underneath
Oh,
with a
wait.
nail to allow
Okay, come back here again.
like the sandy desert, but it can easily adapt to our humid weather.
Humid
I'm not
weather.
surprised your cactus died. You probably watered it too much. If you are keeping one as an indoor plant, just make sure that there is continuous light so it's perfect on the windowsill in your kitchen.
Many young adults are interested in indoor gardening these days. How can they start with a tight budget but still have a beautiful indoor garden like the ones on a magazine cover?
Everything you need can be found in your house. With some creativity, you can recycle a lot of things you no longer need. Almost anything can be turned into a pot for plants, as long as it can hold a little bit of soil. You can use an old pot from your kitchen. Just make a small hole underneath with a nail to allow water to drain out. You shouldn't waste detergent containers too, as they can be washed and used as flower pots. Chemicals from the bottles should be thoroughly removed as they can poison your plants.
These days, I see indoor vertical garden becoming popular. People have started placing pots on their walls instead of windowsills or on the floor.
Be creative, especially if space is limited. Besides walls, you should look up to your ceiling because that's an interesting place too. My friend hangs a pot of money plant from his ceiling in his living room. The large leaves and vines look awesome hanging from up there, but there is a financial reason too. There is a small hole on his ceiling that would have cost a bomb, but you can't see it now. It's a clever way to save your money.
Sounds like the ceiling is the limit for indoor planters. Any final tips before we end?
Well, I believe it's a two-way relationship with plants, whether it's indoor or outdoor gardening. You water and nurture them. In return, they nurture your soul. For the elderly who are retired and don't get to socialize so much, try talking to your plants and making them your friends. Teach young children to care for plants. That way, you instill positive values in them. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Okay. So number 22, you have to listen towards the end, you can't really take what is mentioned at the beginning. Okay? You have to listen what you should do with the recycle containers. What should you do? Okay. Number 23, which is about hanging these plants from the ceiling. Why is it from the ceiling? This one is a bit hot questions. To add beauty, utilize limited space, or hide unwanted defect. And then 24, okay, as it nurture the plants, talk to the plants. So all this will promote what kind of thing? Right. So what is the answer? Media Isa, anyone respond? Okay. So I review the answer now. See anyone get it correct? B, C, A. Anyone? Anyone, Madam Isa?
Nobody.
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 Nobody again. Okay. So 3 more minutes.
Okay,
So
I
think,
announce the code.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
The third one,
Okay. The third, one,
The third.
2, 3. Yes, third.
Mm.
Third, number 7. Okay, number 7. The third digit is number 7.
Okay, number
Number
7, yeah.
7. Okay. So another 3
All right.
minutes to
Okay, I think I can go to these questions only. All right. Later we will sing Guru Malaysia together. Okay. Conversation. This is Dr. Azmi and a patient, Shireen, who suffers from motion sickness. Yeah, motion sickness. Okay.
Part 5, Dialogue 1. Listen to a conversation between Dr. Azmi and the patient, Shireen, who suffers from motion sickness. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 25 and 26. You now have 15 seconds to look at the questions.
Here you encounter unfamiliar
Now listen
topics.
carefully and indicate your answers on the multiple choice answer sheet.
Good morning, Sharon. Please sit down. What can I do for you?
Good morning, doctor. I suffer from motion sickness and it gets me down when I think of traveling. I hate being sick on a journey. Can you explain why I'm experiencing this every time I hop into a car?
It's very common. It's not a life-threatening disease like diabetes or cancer. It's much related to traveling in cars, trains, boats, or aeroplanes. Those who suffer from this condition often break out in cold sweats and look pale. Some also get headaches, nausea, and tend to vomit. You have all these symptoms, Sharon?
Yes, it's very embarrassing when I have episodes of vomiting. What's the root cause of this problem, doctor?
When the inner ear senses that your body is moving up and down or sideways, but your eyes see a view that's static, this is when you begin to feel sick. This is because your senses send conflicting input to the brain.
Does everyone suffer from this condition?
No, it's genetic. You could have inherited this from one of your parents, or maybe your grandparents even. But there's one good news. If you suffer as a child, there's a likelihood that you will outgrow it when you reach adulthood.
Is there any cure for this?
I'm afraid not, but there are ways to help you feel better. The simplest is shut your eyes and try to nap. This stops the conflict between the eyes and the inner ear. You can also chew gums, suck on ginger slices, or sweets. Alternatively, if you're in a car, choose the front passenger seat and let some fresh air in. If in a train, sit facing forward and look to the horizon.
That makes sense, doctor. Can you prescribe some medication?
Sure.
All right. So what is the answer for questions 25?
Okay, Lee Simon, C and B. C and B.
C.
B.
Okay. 25 is C.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You have to listen the conflict, the brain receiving opposite signals, because you have to caused by the brain, how you perceive it, not the body moving up and down. And then 26B is correct because it's mentioned a short nap, which is a short sleep. It is not eat ginger slices because it says sip. Okay, so nobody got it correct. So
Yeah, nobody.
Okay, this is the questions 27 and 28. Okay, it is about the rugby team from New Zealand, and then the composition of Haka was meant to. Which of the following is correct about the Haka dance? So this one need eliminations. Yeah, which one is correct? Okay, the answer is here. Okay, the last part. It is about discussing painting project. What were the main reasons for Madam Rajeswari rejected Diana's proposal? What was the reason? Then you have to listen to the word because there. 30, weatherboard paint is not suitable for their project because you have to understand the weatherboard paint for interior or exterior, inside or outside, and then the cost as well. Yeah. Okay, let me review the answer here. Okay, I think now is Madam Aisa, can two of us sing lagu Guru Malaysia?
Okay, before
Wait,
that,
we sing
I announce the last code. The last code is, what is it? The last digit is number 2. Okay, the last digit is number 2.
So yeah, two of us sing lah. Okay.
Okay,
Boleh ya?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Kami
Guru
Malaysia
berikat
dan berjanji mendidik dan memimpin putra-putri negara kita pada seri paduka kami tupakan setia rukun negara
kita,
panduan
hidup kami semua
di bidang pembangunan kami tetap bersama membantu membina negara yang tercinta, amanah yang diberi kami tak persiakan, apa yang kami janji tunai tetap kami tunaikan.
Then we go back to chorus.
Yeah.
Di
Bidang pembangunan kami tetap bersama membantu membina negara yang tercinta, amanah yang diberi, kami tak persiakan apa yang kami janji, tunai tetap kami tunaikan, tunai tetap kami tunaikan.
Okay.
Share it. Without the music. Without the music.
With music, I don't know what will happen. And then, okay. So I think that's all for this session. I think, Madam Esa, can you, what do you call that? Put the links in jail so that
put already. Okay.
So, okay. So Yogeswaran, Cheah, and who are two only?
Only two.
Okay, please contact me. Go to the Muet, what do you call that? Free Muet Telegram group. Go there and text me. I will give you some token. That's all for today. Do subscribe. Sendiri promote sendiri.
So once again, I would like to thank Teacher Cheah for the interesting lesson. Boys and girls, please support Teacher Cheah's lesson by clicking to the subscribe button below now. Okay, do it now. Okay, for the latest list of classes, you can check www.academyyoutuber.com. I think that's all for now. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Okay, so
before that, we want to all of us, Madam Aisa and me, Madam Cheah would like to wish Teacher Yenny happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, today is Teacher Yenny's birthday. Okay, so you can wish in the group, in the Telegram group also. You can wish. Okay, her. Okay, so that's all.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Desson and all the students from SMK Sultan Sulaiman. Okay, I think many of them are were joining us just now. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting us. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.